Sorry, everybody. I'm here. I'm just stuck behind that. There we go. Hello. And it looks like we've got one person watching so far. Just started the stream. Now we have two. So let's go ahead and get this show rolling. Sorry, it is a little bit dark in here. It's a bit overcast, but that's okay. I'm actually grateful for that. And I don't have the sun shining through. But we are going to be doing some painting today. So I have the paint booth already set up and everything is ready to go. Let me know if you can't hear me okay, or if you can, should be okay. But yeah, welcome back to another Monday Coffee with Kalan. I hope everybody's doing okay. It is December and Christmas is literally just around the corner. It's come so fast. It's hard to imagine this whole year has just flown by. But then again, I've kind of been laid up with my back, so not a lot happening on the victory this week. Didn't really get much done. For those of you that follow me on Facebook, as well as at HobbyLink International, you'll know that I started another kit. Why? Because my fantastical ADD brain cannot stick to one thing. So not only are we working on the M4A3 Sherman 75 millimeter, as well as the Victory and the Pontiac GTO and all those others, but I've added this one, the AMT Star Trek 18-inch USS Enterprise, mainly because this is kind of an out-of-the-box build, or it was supposed to be. Then, of course, my nitpick brain just could not let things lay. But it's going pretty fast. I put a bunch of Bondo on it to clean up some seams. I'm not going to show you the model just right now, but there was a lot of seams around the saucer. Basically anywhere there was a joint or where everything came together, there was 3 different seams on here, and then on 2 different seams on the nacelles. So the saucer was the worst part. Loaded everything up with Bondo, and I'm currently in the phase of sanding all that down and cleaning everything up. And I'm hoping to have this build done in a month. I'm not doing any video on it. I'll just be posting it on Facebook as well as on HobbyLink International, just because I wanted to get kind of challenge myself to build a kit in a month. And this is the month of December, so what better time to do that, for me at least, where I can kind of just spend my time focusing on getting this kit done. It actually builds up really nice if you want a good, out of the box, if you want a good 3-foot model, arm's length. It builds up really nice. And I actually had it all taped together and sitting kind of behind me, and it looked really cool, even in just the gray plastic. So I'm just being nitpicky like I usually am, and had to fix all those seams. But basically, it's not going to be a show model or anything. It's going to be more of a display model to have behind me. So look, Kalan has a finished model. Check that out. Sorry about chat. I got to get over there and see what's happening in chat. Lewis is here. Lewis, the model making trucker. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. And it is Monday evening for you, my friend. And happy Christmas, buddy. It is that close. I actually have a package that I'm trying to get ready to send to you and the family. And hopefully I can get it out before the end of the week. If not, hopefully if I do get it sent out on Saturday, it'll still make it before Christmas, but no biggie. Just wanted to let you know that we are thinking about you. So yeah, we've got all of that going on. And Lewis says he can hear me okay. And of course, happy Christmas. It is Christmas time. And Lewis, I don't know if you've put up any Christmas decorations yet. Sadly, I haven't. I was given permission to put them up. The wife said I could put them up, but I just have not, just because I have to go to the storage unit, and it's been freezing here. It's been like 20 degrees, and nobody wants to be out in 20-degree weather. Lewis is also saying, I think you should put some lights in that Enterprise. You have loads of time. That one, there's it would take a little bit more time and engineering to actually get lights to work and fit in this build. So no, Lewis, that one is just going to be off the shelf. The JJ prize, as you know, when I build that one, going all out with that one. I'm a little scared just because it's going to have a lot of neat lighting effects. Lewis already has a really cool kit that he got. I think it was from Cosmic Scale Models. I might be wrong. That he got a package from them that is really, really cool for the JJ prize. And Dirk's in the house. What's up, Kalan, from your substandard friend from New Jersey? Welcome, Dirk. So good to see you, buddy. And you're, I'm going to say it wrong. I think it's Grotu is looking really cool. So thanks. Yeah, that sucks about the base popping out like that, though. But you know what? It's all learning when it comes to 3D printing, right? But yeah, Dirk has been a printing fool ever since he hooked up his 3D printer and making some really cool 3D prints. And everybody's saying hi to Dirk, and Mr. Bob Bruce is in the house. King Bob himself sniffing paint again today. It will be paint. So yes, Bob, we are going to be doing I have it over in the paint booth, the XF64 or 62. Yeah, the XF62 is what we are going to be putting on the Sherman today. And I was going to maybe work on a couple other things on Livestream, but we'll see how that goes. We'll just see. If I have time, I may try to pull the Victory out, which is behind me, and get some primer on the Victory, but I don't know. We'll just see how things go. And then Chris, how's it going, Chris? Your glove game is weak. I know, man. You have the ultimate gloves going on into the glove battle for modeling. If you could build a kit with those gloves, I would definitely challenge you to try. Initially, when I started my channel, I had the nice white gloves that the little fabric gloves. Trying to build a model with those gloves on is impossible because you just have no dexterity. So that's why for usually the final show of a model is when those will come out. But yeah, if you haven't seen Chris's gloves, you've got to head over to his channel and see his latest video. By far the best gloves in the game. And Lewis saying hi to Bob and Chris. And we have Dan Harris in the house. How's it going, Dan? Good to see you. Good day, all. And UPS drove by. So part of the reason I was kind of putting off painting the Sherman was because I had ordered some ammo by MIG Paints from, I think, and Vallejo as well, from Andy's Hobbies headquarters. And usually when I order from Andy's, because he's in Arizona, I usually get stuff from him within 2 to 3 days. But obviously they're very backed up with Christmas orders and things like that, because it actually it took about a week to ship out. And then it's coming UPS, which is pretty fast, though. So I got notified on Friday, I believe, that it will be here on Tuesday. So yeah, I'm going to use those more or less for the weathering, I think. The nice thing is they have a lot more pigment in them. And for the base, I'll just put down the Tamiya XF62 and get a good base on there. And let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Chris was saying, you're sending Lewis bottles of pink paint and parts to keep the Victory going. Nice of you. I didn't think about the pink paint, but yes, definitely to keep the Victory going. No decorations yet, but we're still unpacking. But I might have embarrassed the kids the other day. Uh-oh. And he said, yes, it is Cosmic Scale Models. It's off red, Chris, not pink. Indeed. And we have a Hobby Time in the house. How's it going, Hobby Time? Good to see you. Hey, guys. Everybody's saying hi to Hobby Time as well. See, Lewis was saying how he embarrassed the kids. I picked up I picked kids up from school wearing big elf slippers and a Christmas jumper and a Santa hat with beard. Oh man, you know what? I bet they weren't embarrassed at all. I bet they absolutely loved that, Lewis. That's great. And Dan saying today and tomorrow off, then back to work from vacation. Oh, that's sad. Well, I hope you enjoyed your vacation, and thanks for joining us today, Dan. It's always good to see you. So I posted a few things about a few updates about the enterprise over on HobbyLink International. So if you head over to HobbyLink International, you'll see those updates there. I'm going to try. I always forget about Facebook and doing all my social media updates. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. It's always hard for me to remember. So with all of that being said, I basically, everything is left the way that you guys last saw it in primer, and got everything all primered up and basically just ready for paint. And I'm really happy with how everything's looking. I'm gonna have to kind of dust things up a little bit. I've had the door closed to this room for the most part all week, but somehow we still always get dust. Holly, our big dog, I kid you not, we will sweep, and within an hour there is a trail of hair. You can see where she walks because there is a trail of hair following her. My wife calls her Linus, Linus from Peanuts, because a lot of times too, you'll just see a trail of dust flowing off of her body as she walks, wagging her tail. It's crazy. Let's see, and we have the Maker's Cave, Steve, in the house. How's it going, Steve? Hope you're doing well, and happy Christmas. And Dirk was saying, speaking of the victory, my HMS bounty showed up. Nice. So, Lewis, it's kind of funny. I don't know if you were watching Kenny's unboxing the other day of, I don't know, some Star Wars thing, the Razor Crest or whatnot. I don't know, but it was a Revell kit. And what's funny is, keeping with Revell tradition, so there's an AMT version of this kit, and then there's also the Revell. But keeping with AMT tradition, keeping with Revell tradition, Revell has posted or printed their name and whatever numbers they have on it and the year it was printed and all that on the outside of the shuttle bay doors or whatever. I don't know. It's like some part of the Razor Crest, but it's on the outside and it's visible, of course, to the world. The nice thing about it is I don't think it's on any very extensive, detailed area. Like the Victory was on a very detailed area of the deck, which was super annoying. Lewis, if you haven't seen his Victory, he took it off. I'm leaving it on because I'm not that good. I mean, I could possibly take it off, but I don't know. We'll see. I just don't want to create more work for myself than I already have. But be respectful of Star. What is this Star War? Yeah, be respectful of Star War. Bob says. That's right. Not Star Wars. Star War. Yeah. That thing gives me nightmares. Yeah, the Victory for sure. So the Razor Crest actually does look really cool. I did see Ben Builds, he got the AMT version, and so AMT and Revell, I would honestly go and say off the bat, without seeing the two side by side, I would say that the Revell version is probably a little bit better, minus the Revell quirks that go into it. But then the big thing with the AMT kit that I saw was it has its own pros and cons, I guess you would say, to it. So, but if I would be honest to say, if you were going to get one, as much as I am opposed to Revell at the moment, I would go with the Revell kit. if you were going to be purchasing one or the other, just for the fit and finish of the two. But if you really want to see both of them kind of in comparison to each other, Lou Del Maso, the Aztec dummy, on his channel, he's actually built both of them because he's doing a couple of different Aztec dummy masks for it. So for both kits. So go check that out. Let's see. Where are we here? We have Buck from Buckman's Model Mania is in the house. How's it going, Buck? Good to see you. And the back is getting there. I have my good days and my bad days. You know, my oil needed to be changed on my truck, and I don't trust anybody else to do it, so I did it myself. And granted, it's a super easy job, but you twist it the wrong way or anything, and man, oh man, it screwed me up. I'm still kind of hurting from that, and that was a week ago. That was last Monday. So yeah, kind of still recovering from that. I also had to change since I was down there, I had to change my fuel filters, because on the diesels there's two fuel filters, an upper and a lower, and they are not fun to do, I'll tell you that much. Still trying to dry all the diesel out of one of my hoodies. See, Deanne was saying he was working on the Revell 148 Hellcat and found the product stamp on the underside of the horizontal stabilizer. Holy cow! That doesn't surprise me though. I don't understand why Revell continues to do this. It's frustrating. A lot of times it's in a spot that can easily be filed off and cleaned up. But even then, you end up having ripples in your panel that it's on. And like on the Victory, it was on a detailed deck that had nice little details in it, and they printed it right on top of that. I've seen them put it on top of a model. Like on the Victory, it's on top of the upper deck. If they had put it on the lower deck, you wouldn't see it. And it wouldn't have been that much of a problem. But I've seen them put it on the top of a model before, and just blatantly right there in the middle of where everybody's going to see it, which is just bizarre. Come on, Lewis, you love the Victory, says Chris. Yeah, I don't know. Lewis might love the Victory, just not the Revell 225th version that I am making him build with me. So this one, again, don't buy it. You know what? Buy it if you just want to something real easy to throw together, but it's not easy. It says level 4. It should be a level 8, to be honest, because there's so much work that has to go into this kit just to make it even worthwhile. But yeah, it's been an interesting one. That's all I'm going to say about that. Mark from Edinburgh is in the house. Mark at Edinburgh Modeling Cave. Evening all. It's been a long time. Yes, it has, buddy. I bet you probably haven't been doing much work out in your shop just because it's been so cold over there, I'm sure. Hope you're doing well, and it's always good to see you. Go head over to Mark's channel. If you haven't been to Mark's channel, he is a building fool, just like Bob Bruce over at HobbyLink International. Bob Bruce and Mark probably build 20 plus models a year, I swear. But excellent builders, and they all look amazing, better than anything I do. Lewis was like like a hole in the head, Chris. Most definitely. You got to learn from Eric. Take it easy and don't do things your back isn't capable of right now. That's the hard part. That is the hard part. I always it's hard to remember to kind of take it easy, especially when you're so used to, it's like it's fall, and usually I'm outside taking care of the outside of the house while all the leaves have fallen and all that. And Melissa was saying yesterday, she's like, oh man, I gotta go and rake all the leaves. And it's like, usually that's something I would do. So I feel bad that she feels that she has to do it. And then she asked if I wanted to burn, and it's really, as we've actually been getting some rain and snow, and so it's kind of too wet to burn. And the thing I don't like about burning leaves is, they tend to float away. So I always kind of, even though you can monitor it, you just got to be cognizant of when you're burning anything. You can't get diesel out of clothing, says Chris. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I've washed them like 3 times and it's not going to come out. The smell will eventually go away. Those are now my shop clothes. Surprising, Revell didn't stamp their name on the outside of the Blackbird. I'm actually shocked too that is not like on the top side of the Blackbird. And Dan was saying that was obviously an older mold, but the Razor Crest is inexcusable. I know that's what doesn't make any sense, because the Razor Crest is a brand new mold from my understanding from Revell. And the other thing that Kenny was talking about at HobbyLink International on his video was the figure that comes with that's molded for the kit has super long legs that are out of proportion, and just it's a terrible looking character. Like they totally botched that, which is too bad. But overall, just beautiful mold work on the rest of the kit. And Linda's in the house. Good morning. It's cold here in Western Washington. Hope all is good and well. Thank you, Linda. It's very cold here. It's been in the 20s. Today is actually quite balmy. I mean, it's short wearing weather at 38 degrees. And like I said, I've got a bunch of stuff I have to get at the storage unit. It's too cold and wet. Part of the problem with our storage unit is because it's always so warm here, they don't put gutters on anything. So when you're trying to get in and out, especially when it snowed like it has and the snow's melting, you basically just get drenched going in and out, because it's just dumping, dribbling water on you the whole time, which is a little frustrating when it's, barely above freezing and it's cold out. I don't like getting wet and cold at the same time. That's why I like a good dry snow. Absolutely love it. And Top saying you should light it. Nope, not gonna happen. Bob the Builder, and it's King Bob Bruce. To get diesel out of clothing, apply a naked flame in a well-ventilated area or under leaves. I could do that. I don't want to burn it because it's one of my favorite hoodies. I like wearing it when I'm out in the shop. And Chris was saying they totally trashed the figure. Yeah, on the Razor Crest, that figure is if you haven't seen it yet, head over to HobbyLink International to Kenny's channel. And watch the latest, it's not the latest video, but it's one of the latest videos. It's the unboxing of the Razor Crest. And my gosh, it's the figure. It's about halfway through the video. The figure is awful. But the rest of the kit looks fairly decent, which is interesting. I can't remember with the AMT kit if it came with a figure or not. I'll have to go back and watch Ben builds his unboxing of it. Right now, speaking of Ben builds, he is in the middle of his 12 sprues of Kitmas, and he's already posted his first kit. And so he's already completed one model in the time that I haven't completed any. So I've completed one build this year. I'm looking at hopefully building finishing. So for sure I will have two more builds finished by December 31st. One of those is the Enterprise that I'm working on right now, the AMT Enterprise, because that is a big focus right now. I'm really struggling to try to get the the Sherman tank done, the Tamiya, whatever you want to call it, Sherman tank 75 millimeter done for the group build. It's the Hobby Link International 2022 Armor of World War II group build. That's the one for that, and that ends December 31st. I'm trying to finish that one, but I don't think I will, just because there's a lot of weathering and stuff I want to put into it. But we might just forego the weathering and all that, and call it done once I am satisfied with where we're at, which means I need to get really rolling on that. The other build that I really think the third one actually that I know 100% will be done by the end of the year is the kit that I'm building for the 2022 Kenny Can't Hang end of the year speed build, which is put on by Mr. Chris K himself over at Hobby Link International. We are doing if you don't know what that is, it's a group build that we started last year and it was so successful. We're doing it again, and Kenny's actually doing it this year, which is awesome. So part of that build, what it is actually we choose a kit that hasn't been started, so completely unstarted build, and the day after Christmas until January 1st, we have to work on it. And basically from start to finish, complete the build. And I picked something I've never done before. A lot of you saw it last week. In fact, it's right here. Oh man, that hurts. Don't bend like that. Oh my God. Sorry. So I will be building this one. Let's see if you can see it there. I've never seen this Batman before. I don't know where the heck they got this image from, but it is a super cool Batman. So first of all, it's a figure kit that technically I've done one because I'm working on Mr. Spock, but this will be the first one I'll have completed. This is the Bandai kit. Never worked on a Bandai kit before, so my understanding is they're super quick and easy to build. So I have basically 6 days, I think it is, to do this one from start to finish, and very, very excited for this one. So I'm going to do some minimal painting. Just a little hint for those of you that will be following the build. I will be using and only using All-Clad 2 paints on this build. So I will be repainting it. Again, I'll only be using All-Clad 2 paints. So I have them on order. The only ones I have right now are chrome. I'm not going to be using chrome. There are some wicked cool, sorry, I'm only saying that because I saw what Dirk said. Some really cool paints that I have ordered for this build, which are going to really showcase it very well. And the nice thing is just basically build this straight up out of the box. The only thing I'm going to be doing to it is painting it, so that should guarantee a complete build for sure by the end of the year. So there you go. That is that. Let's get back to chat here real quick. Mark was saying, working on the 135th Academy M51 IDF Sherman tank and the Tamiya 124 Skyline GTR, which I think is a newer kit, the R32, nearly finished. Working on a small cupboard in the house now. Too cold in the garage. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you're still working on builds and stuff, and I look forward. I need to kind of head over and see those builds. That Sherman tank sounds really awesome. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive that Tamiya, or Tamiya, however you say it, the 124 Skyline GTR R32 is a new kit, from my understanding, or a newer kit from them. But that's my understanding, and it looked like a really interesting kit. But Mark does beautiful work on everything he does. Chris is saying AMT has a nice figure and a Grogu. Dan was saying, I've got a grease oil stained hoodie that I wear when I work on my lawn tractor when it's cold. Yeah. It's I can wear it when I'm working out in the shop and working with my chainsaws and cleaning them and doing stuff like that. Uh, it's just gonna smell like diesel for a while, probably for several years. Dirk was saying, so the guy who recently came close to having his house burned by a wildfire burns his leaves. So no, I don't burn leaves, but my wife wants to because she's done it in the past. Um, the only thing I burn are usually a brush litter that falls from my trees, or if I prune trees or cut them down, I'll usually burn that. I don't burn leaves because I don't like the fact that leaves lift off of the burn pile and can land on your neighbor's roof and burn their house down. So that's, and that's, I'm going to be honest, that's like a very rare occurrence, but I'm also, being a firefighter, I don't want to risk it. So I don't burn leaves. I usually just bag them up and throw them away. But my wife was asking if she could burn them, and I was like, I think we'll just throw them away. So I love you, Lewis. You're awesome. I have no idea what a Razor Crest or the figure is. Amen, brother. What's your point, Dirk, in regards to... they're just giving each other crap now. And Buck was asking, are you doing the end of the year speed build? Yes, we are. Funny, that's the name I gave it. Figured that would have changed. No. And at Chris, Dirk saying, no point, just an observation. No, I totally got you, buddy. Dark Soldier's in the house. How's it going, Dark Soldier? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Some awesome builds from Dark Soldier over at Hobby Link International as well. And you can also check out his channel. And Buck's asking, did you ever finish the kits from last year? No, in fact, they are. So here's one of them right here. It's so easy to finish this kit, but I just haven't. The thing I forgot to do was to clean up the canopy and mount the canopy before I started painting it. And I've got such a beautiful paint job on the rest of this that, unfortunately, I've just been afraid to screw it up. But you know what? This is one of those that I could probably finish in a couple of weeks if I put my mind to it. So we'll be kind of revisiting that one. And then also the 32 Ford is sitting right over here on the shelf. And that one I screwed up the paint as well. So I'm just waiting on that one to kind of get back to it. I just have to be in the right headspace to work on that. And Dan was saying that that Bandai kit looks like a cross of Batman and a Gundam. That's kind of what I was thinking, and it probably is. It says figure rise standard amplified. I don't know what that means. I should probably Google it and figure out what figure rise standard amplified means. Barbados Rex would probably know, so I could always ask him. But yeah, maybe I'll Google it because it's a very fascinating image of the Batman. And, I have kind of always been a fan of Batman. Probably one of the only comic book characters that I really like for the most part. My wife's really into all of the Marvel series and all that. So Dirk was saying that's a wicked cool Batman. Yeah, I thought it was freaking awesome. And nice new mic, Kalan. You sound good. Thank you, Steve. Yes, thanks to Lewis and Nat. They over in the UK. I kind of asked them for the last year about this microphone, and this year I finally had saved up enough to get one myself, and I really, really love it. It's really cool. Like right now, I have a heater running, and I don't know if you can hear it or not. If I turn the gain down, you wouldn't be able to hear it at all. If I turn it up, it kind of picks up more of a wider range and you'd be able to hear it. So playing around with the features on it's been really fun and interesting. And it's just the Blue Yeti. I really do enjoy it. It's kind of changed everything. I used to wear a lapel, which caused issues from time to time. So really happy with it. And Buck's saying hi to everybody. And everybody's saying hi to everybody else. And Buck saying hi to Gordon. Oh, okay. And Mark was saying in regards to the standby. In regards to the Skyline, it's the old one. So okay. So but didn't they come out with the newer one? Okay. So I definitely will check that one out. The Skyline is a really popular car at the moment. Not really sure why, but you might know more than I do. But yeah, it's a really popular one. So they're coming out, like a lot of different companies are coming out with different versions of the Skyline, which is interesting. And Mr. Hugh Gordon is in the house. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, Hugh. I hope you're doing well, and Merry Christmas. It is literally just around the corner. We also have the one and only Marcy in the house, Scale Model Muse. Hi, Kay and all. I hope you're doing well, and thanks for joining us today. I will be getting over to the paint booth here shortly and putting some paint on the Sherman tank. So very excited to finally get some color on it. And Dark Soldier is saying, just run over the leaves with a lawnmower. That's what I do in the front yard. Usually I just do that in the front yard because we actually have grass in the front yard. In the backyard, it's all dirt because we're still in the process of fixing the backyard and cleaning it up, making it look better and making it dog friendly because our two dogs, that's basically their space. Typical Monday, headed home from errands, right on, Muse. So hope you're got all your Christmas shopping mostly done and all that. I know you put up a few new videos as well lately, and some nice work. You're also doing a couple of group builds at the moment, which is really awesome, and those are looking great. Mark in Edinburgh is saying you could use a shredder on the leaves and use as mulch and flower beds. That's I like the idea of kind of letting the leaves return to the soil just to kind of add the nutrients that they need. So shredding them and using them as mulch is probably my favorite idea. But we'll just see. I think we do have a mulcher available at Ace Hardware. Dark was saying, I don't have a channel, but thank you anyway. Okay. I didn't know if you did or not. I always see all your work over at HobbyLink International. So if you guys are familiar with HobbyLink International, most of us on here are from HobbyLink International. But if you're not familiar with HobbyLink International, head over there and you can always see pretty much all of our work over there, including Dark Soldier, who just posted a couple of was it a helicopter, I believe? I don't want to can't remember. I don't have it open at the moment, but there was another build that you were working on that I was paying attention to. So really nice work, as well as everybody else on here. I haven't seen Muse post there recently, but I always see her on her channel. And Mark Mods is in the house. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. And Dan was saying Shelf Queen build there. Yeah, I have a lot of Shelf Queens at the moment, unfortunately. Kind of started by accident. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Never seen Batman either. And Chris was saying that's what Dirk looks like when he wears his Batman jammies. And Mark's saying hello to everybody. You should see Steve's shop. Good gravy. Yeah, Steve's shop is pretty awesome. Steve over at the Maker's Cave has quite the setup, and I'm very, very happy with it. Yeah, wait, you're going to model on your modeling show? No way. Well, I'm going to be painting. I don't know about, I don't know much about doing any more modeling, but I'll be painting, that's for sure. A Sherman dipped in olive drab is the most exciting paint job you'll ever see. Few of us are on HTM. Yeah, that's the Hobby Time modelers, which Buck and Eric started, which a lot of people are over there as well. And then too many places to post is what Muse is saying. Yeah, I always forget too. Like, I'll post so much stuff on HobbyLink International and then realize I didn't put anything on YouTube or on Facebook or Patreon or anything else, and I always forget, which is just, there's too many places around. So, and painting is part of modeling. That is true. Very true. So, all right. Well, I think I'm ready to get some painting done. I'm not going to be able to pay attention to chat. So you guys are going to have to pretty much just talk amongst yourselves. But we will try to get the painting done as quickly and efficiently as possible. I have everything mostly set up here. Let's go ahead and switch over to that camera. And just takes a second here. I'm going to have to switch the audio as well, which I might sound a little more tinny or a little bit different than usual. So bear with me. Let's see if I can get this camera positioned just right. Give you guys a headache. Sorry about that. Hopefully that's good. And all right, so now we're on a different audio source, so hopefully you can still hear me. And I will get to painting. Just one more sip of coffee before I head over there. Basically have everything set up. And if you guys can hear the heater in the background, if that's bugging you, let me know. Somebody yell at me in chat, and I will shut it off. I'm also going to be turning on my paint booth, which can get kind of loud. It's going to get even louder when I get a proper fan installed. As most of you know, I don't have a good fan at the moment. So basically, when I'm really going at it with the paint, it tends to really fog up in here. But I will be hopefully here in the next year getting a different fan set up for my booth. Either that or just for about the same price as buying the fan that I want, I could just buy a one of those prefabricated booths that already has a fan with it, because basically you're just paying for the fan. I'm gonna get all this stuff out of the way. And we are ready to rock and roll. The only thing I didn't do was mix up my paint. So I think if I can reach over there, I'm going to mute the volume for just a second because this gets really loud. If I can reach the mouse. All right. The only problem with this is it stirs up a lot of dust because it has a little motor in there, and when that's spinning, it just kicks up a lot of dust because there's like it's almost like a fan. So that's all mixed up, ready to go. I was watching Barbados Rex yesterday, actually, just because um, I enjoy watching him, and he gets, he's always got good advice, and I kind of subscribe to the idea that the lighter coats you put on at the beginning, the better, and just kind of slowly working your way up to building up coats. And that's hard for me to do. And he always had that problem initially too, where it's like you just wanted to smother the paint on. And it's funny because that's kind of how I always have to remind myself, okay, stop, just slow down and just let the paint, just let it dry, and then put on another coat. And one thing that he has always talked about too is wetting down your work area. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just getting it wet. I don't have a spray bottle, so this is just kind of, this will help reduce the dust that builds up while I'm painting. So all I'm putting in is just water into my airbrush. And since I don't, you could use a little sprayer, like one of those little bottle sprayers, and do that too. But this works well. Probably more than enough, but I'm just gonna keep going. All right. So that is that. And then today we'll be using, of course, I have my leveling thinner all the way over there. I'm gonna have to go grab that real quick. So we'll be using the Mr. Color leveling thinner. Dirk saying with Kalan at the spray booth, we can talk about him. Now he will never know. Basically true, because I'll be so engrossed in painting. And Kenny's in the house. Hi, Kenny. How are you, buddy? Speaking of Kenny, yeah, we were talking about the Razor Crest earlier, and you know, you can probably tell everybody more about the Razor Crest here in chat. So Ben Builds did the AMT version on his channel, which I thought was really interesting. And then now after watching Kenny's Razor Crest unboxing, he really wants to buy the Rebel version and do a side-by-side comparison, which I think would be really cool. So hopefully Ben does that. All right, one last thing I need to grab. I think we have everything I need now. I hope so. I always forget stuff. That heater is blowing at my back, and man, it gets warm. Even though I have the fan on in here, blowing air through, it gets quite warm. And I have a sweatshirt on, so oh yes, I do have the model, Chris. Don't worry. I have the model. Now I just need my gloves. Give this one more really good shake. And what I'll be using, I don't know. So here's the deal. Right now in my Grex, we have the 0.5 needle. So should I put the 0.3 in this one, Chris, for doing the thinned down 50-50 mixture of the olive drab? I'll look for your response in chat. Because I have the 0.3 needle. The other option is I could pull out the Kalan Sandberg, which has a 0.2 or a 0.3 in it already, and we can play around with that, which would be kind of fun actually. So let me know what you guys think. I do have the Posh, but I don't know which needle's in the Posh at the moment, and I don't like using the Posh. The Posh makes me mad. The other one I could grab is my SprayGunner Start Air cordless airbrush and play with that, which is over here too. So I'll grab that one because it is one of my go-to favorites. This guy is amazing. I absolutely love it. No, Chris is saying try it with the 5. So let's go ahead and spray it with the 5 with what's in the Grex and go from there. Might as well. Whew, it's getting warm. I'm going to turn the heater the other way so it's not blowing directly on me, because holy crap, that was getting warm. All right. So again, just talk amongst yourselves and chat. I'm gonna spray all this stuff down. Try to get any dust off of it. And once I get that Vallejo paint, I'll be able to paint my figures, which I'm kind of excited about, because I can do that out in the living room and just kind of do that while I'm out there, you know, recovering. I need one of these, and then another one of these little cups. So I get these at the dollar store. There's like a pack of 20 of them. Absolutely love these things, and Barbados Rex does the same thing. He's been using them as well. That guy owns more paint than anybody I know. his paint wall, like I remember back when he kind of first just starting out testing paints and stuff, he had, you know, just a nice selection like a normal modeler would have, maybe a little bit more. And now I think he owns every paint there is, which is just crazy. Oh, is Kenny leaving? Okay, lunch is done. Have a great one all. Bye, Kenny. Take care and have a great day. Okay, and just use the 5 and screw the needle stop in a little. I will do that. All right. Let's get painting. I sprayed this whole thing down and it'll be dry by the time I get started. I always forget, I don't need this for these big ones. It's the smaller 10 mils. This is a 23, which is a lot easier to open. And with my Grex, I can fit 5 mils in there. I'll mix up about 4. I'm actually gonna just mix up 5 and see where that leads us. That doesn't seem right. I feel like I did a lot more than this last time. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and I don't know what I'm doing. I just make up. All right. So I put in 4.5 of those. So I'll put in 4. Roughly 4.5 of these. Now I can't see it. All right. I do believe that is a good 50-50 mixture. I might be wrong. Yeah, Chris turned me on to the life color paints as well, which we'll be using a lot of those. Most of the life color paints I have are for my ships. So we'll see how those work out. They do make a lot of different ones for tanks and stuff as well, which for the Challenger 2, I might pull that out, and also for the Tiger, we'll see. Kind of curious how those would how those look. And all right. So this is gonna look nice. Nothing but OD green going on everything. So should be a lot of fun, right? Let's grab somewhere around here. Of course, I took it out to the living room, so I'm gonna grab this one up here. Need my 50-50 alcohol and water mix. All right, I already know I'm going to be making a couple of batches of this, I think. Only reason I'm doing this is to clean up my little mixer. That's that. Put this over here out of the way. The only other thing I didn't grab was my trash, but that's okay. I can survive without it for now. And let's get painting. So I'm going to turn my stop down. I need this guy. Yeah, that's perfect. And first things first, I'll grab this and do that interior so I don't forget it. Here we go. I already screwed up. That's okay. Too much, too much. Too much paint right off the bat. There we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. might have it turned down too low, Chris. I'm going to open it up just a hairball. Spending a lot of time painting an area you'll never see, but kind of trying to work out using the brush properly, which I never seem to get the hang of. Losing paint off the shelf because it rattles my my little paint stand. See, this is where you should put your information is on the inside, but see, Tamiya's got it figured out. Definitely a lot less fog, I noticed, Chris. So thanks for that. The hard part for me is really trying to not um, not use it like a can of paint, you know. The other thing I'm kind of worried about is any scratch marks kind of coming through. But think I'll be able to live with whatever happens. So I'm going to leave this off to the side for a moment while we move on to some other parts. Basically, we're going right back to the color everything was before I primed it all. A lot of this stuff I actually don't think needs to be OD green. So I think I'll skip some of these parts. It actually looks like it's supposed to be wood. I'm happy with that for the meantime. Get to important things like this. Actually, I don't know. I like how it's spraying at the moment. Not too much. happy with that. Then I think we can come back to our little chassis here, whatever this is. And Wayne's in the house. Hi, Wayne Saunders. How's it going? Oh yeah, and Chris was saying it. Yeah, the only time it would have been wood colored is when they put it on. Then they paint it. Uh, and then Mark was saying he would have painted it flat black if you're never going to see it. Chris, I'm going to beat your ass. Are you serious? The interiors are white? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to beat your ass. Um, well, it's green. I don't care at the moment. I'm just kidding, Chris. I kind of do care, but it's going to be green. That looks fairly good on the interior there. A lot of that's not going to be seen. And we'll just hit this one more time. I'm assuming like this area back here is where the exhaust was, so it's going to actually kind of become darker with how the exhaust would have come through it. It almost would have been faster just to rattle can this. But you know what? We're learning. We're practicing with the airbrush and getting some time in with the airbrush. I might not be doing it right, but hey, I'm getting some time in on the airbrush, and that's all that matters to me, right? All learning as you go along. I have a sneaking suspicion I might need to buy some more XF52 before I can finish this. Kind of getting off camera there. Put that there, let that think about what it did. And we'll come back to this guy. I'll work on the interior later. Seems awful dark for some reason. Don't you think, Chris? I don't know. It's probably hard to tell, but the paint just seems really dark for olive drab. I think you had mentioned lightening it up a little bit. I think I'm out of paint now. Come on. Oh no, not out of paint. Not at all. I got loads of paint because we're running at such a low PSI. That's okay. It fell over, but it didn't hurt anything. I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes. Let's come back to something else. Oh, man. Sorry. So when I bend over like I am, I'm going to try scooting up in my chair and see if I can do this without leaning forward, and that might help my back a little bit. I do, Chris, this is awesome because I'm not getting that major fog like I was the last time. So thank you, Chris, for kind of helping me out with that. Chris and Kenny, I mean, Kenny kind of brought it up too. So kind of both of their support and help on that. Because believe me, when it comes to airbrushing, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why I spend a lot of time watching other people airbrush and trying to glean from what they do. And that's the thing too, is like the biggest thing I always hear is practice, practice, practice. And that's the thing I don't do enough of. And there I go, knocking that over. It's all gonna get scraped and repainted right there anyway. I'm gonna put this off to the side up here. Just get it out of the way. More parts. These again, just put another real quick coat on them. Curious where this little piece that's wood, I'm wondering where that goes. We will soon find out. All right, cool. So I always forget I can't lay my brush down. That'd just be dumb. Oh, I think I'm happy with that. Just kidding. One more quick glance of paint right there. Oh yeah, and then we've got these armor plates, which is weird that I don't have these on the model yet. Don't know why I don't have them on, which bugs me because they're going to be. It would have been easier to put these on, I think, prior to painting. So I don't know what happened there. You know, it could be too that this particular model, make of this model, doesn't have them on it. Do a little, just blowing it, no paint coming through, just to kind of dry it a bit because I want to get another coat on here as quickly as possible, just because. And I'm being slightly impatient with this, which I should slow down, take time. Just slowly build up the layers of paint, like everybody tells me. So what I'll do is I'll let this sit off to the side for a moment, and I'll take a look at chat real quick. I know I've missed a lot in chat, and Kenny's back! Yay! Tricolor came the week in Sandbox for the first Gulf War. Sorry, I'm going to miss a lot of the chat here. So I did Tamiya Hummer Tricolor. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and look at the chat later because I'm missing so much. Grab that Costa wooden stir sticks. Oh, those stir sticks? Yeah. Used as the wooden plank on the front. Nice. Thanks, Mark. That's actually kind of cool because that would work out really well. All right, I'm going to continue. We've got a bunch of these parts here to do. And then, of course we have, so Chris, do you think I should do the interior the olive drab or do the interior the white like you were saying? Either way, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this bad boy as best as I can. Because this has got a lot of weird angles to it. This is just going to take a lot of time to paint. Lots of fun angles. I just need to remember to take it easy and not slap all the paint on all at once, and just take my time with it. That's going to be the hard part. It's looking good though. We are slowly but surely getting there. I have a feeling I'll be, this is going to be more than one paint session. This is going to be several. And I almost broke my cool guy chair there that I spent so much time making. So I got to be careful. I do love this Grex airbrush though. I ain't gonna lie. Really glad I added it to my arsenal. Oh, see, I got too much paint on the wheel there. So I'll turn the wheel here, and I'm just gonna try to lightly do the tracks here on this side, and then we'll just kind of take things real slow again. And then I don't know, I probably I'll check chat and see what Chris says. Chris says, I can't really read it, but when you put the figures in the hatches, you barely see it. You could just leave it in the primer gray and be fine. Okay, maybe I'll do that. And I'll just be careful. And I'm going to hand paint these chairs because the backs of the chairs were black. The controls were silver and black. This just, I have no idea. I just made this. I don't know what it is. It doesn't mean nothing. It just adds to the attraction of the interior. So, and yeah, none of this, again, so for those of you watching, none of the interior is accurate. The only thing that's accurate are the chairs. I built these chairs looking at a Sherman tank. So the chairs and seats are actually fairly accurate for Sherman. Everything else is not accurate whatsoever. So don't dog me for that. I just wanted to add some character to the inside because I was bored. I wasn't going for accuracy. I'll probably get a lot of hate in the armor community about my interior, but I actually dig how it looks. It turned out really nice for at least the seats. I'm really proud of the seats. I just didn't want to spend a whole month on building an interior because all of this would have been scratch built, and nobody's got time for that, in the words of Will Patterson. All right, so that's a good start, I think. On this end, again, I have no idea how much paint is actually in here right now. I should take a look. We're not going through the paint as fast as I thought we would, so we're doing really good. Thanks to everybody's recommendations. So thank you for all that. I feel like I'm actually doing a better job flow-wise and PSI-wise. So I'm happy with how things are flowing right now. I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any tip dry, which I was more or less worried about. Um, the Posh airbrush that I have, that thing tip dries like crazy, like every 5 seconds. I get tip dry on that, and I don't know what it is. It could be just user error, which is 90% of the time probably what the cause is. Uh, I don't know. So that's the thing that I see, like Duke's models. He does a lot of shading and doing really fine work with his airbrush. And I think with this Grex and with my hard-on Steinbeck, or however you pronounce it, I'll be able to do a lot more fine detail work. And I can tell that already if I kind of play with it a bit and practice with it a bit more. I should be able to get better at doing like fine lines and things like that with it. Um, so I'm excited to try all that. All right. Like I'm kind of afraid. I feel like I could get a better coverage if I opened it up a little bit, Chris. But I'm afraid to do that, just because right now I feel like it's at kind of a good setting. You know, it's just taking me forever to apply paint. But maybe that's a good thing, right? Maybe that's this is how it's supposed to be working, and I don't want to go messing with that. You know. Where can I hold this thing? All right. I gotta not grab my beautiful chairs there or seats. I'll get back with chat here in just a moment. Sorry, I am. I mean, you guys understand when you're painting, you're not really paying attention to what's happening in chat. There's just like hundreds of different angles that you got to get at um, to get everything, you know. And man, oh man, if I had used a rattle can, I would have been mopping the paint on here, making a huge mess. So yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for a few minutes, and I'll take a look at chat real quick. So I'll put this back up here. Actually, I'm gonna put it up in front of me here, I think. If I can let go of it. Here, I'll grab it here by these things. Not that you can see what I'm doing. Oh, come on, don't break my chairs. I'm gonna look at chat for just a moment. Ooh, Doug likes to curse. Yes, Doug, Doug does curse a lot. Um, so does Will Pattison, but not as much as Doug over at Doug's Models. Off red. Paint it pink for Lewis. No, I will not paint it off red. Uh, 12 minutes and time to go home. Then I will just be listening. Right on. Thanks, Kenny, for popping in. He's using a fine needle for that stuff, either a 2 or a 3. Okay. You will learn to leave the bogeys off and paint them separate. Yeah, I don't know. It seems to be working for the most part. Well, you know, we're doing okay. So what I'll do now is I think, just for time's sake and to get some paint on the exterior here, we'll go ahead and start slapping some paint on here because I can spend the rest of the day or tomorrow or sometimes this week getting the rest of the more coats put on this. For now, I just wanted you guys to see that I'm actually doing something constructive. Too slow on that pass. That's okay. I'll give that a minute to dry. I was just trying to get in that little weld seam there, and I took too much time. I went too slow. There we go. Just can't spend too much time in one area. So yeah, I don't know. Depending on how my back's feeling, Melissa she is not the one that decorates. I'm the one that I'm always adamant about decorating the outside of the house, just because it's fun for me and it's, might as well. And I like, doing something fun, like having the house look nice for the winter. And last year when I couldn't do it, Melissa I was surprised she volunteered to do it. So she didn't do it as extravagantly as I do, but she did decorate and put up some lights. So maybe she's actually asked about doing it again this year. I told her I can probably help a little bit, not too much. But yeah, so maybe this weekend we'll put some lights up. The thing is I always take them down New Year's Day because I don't like lights up after New Year's. I don't know why. It's weird, I guess. Because I think if I don't take them down on New Year's Day, then they might not come down for a while, and I'm afraid I'll leave them up. It's part of the problem. I know Kenny's slowly working on probably getting his lights up, and Chris, I don't know, Chris, if you do Christmas lights, you'll have to show us what you do. I'm sure Dirk puts up Christmas lights. I don't know. And Shoe, Lord Shoe, um, Mark actually just finished his Grinch, which he 3D printed, and I think it turned out phenomenal. Absolutely, really enjoyed that 3D print that Mark was working on. Make sure the tools have some good coverage on them. All right, now I'm gonna make sure I get paint everywhere. So many different angles I've got to spray. That shovel might be getting hand painted. I don't know. Were the shovels and all the tools OD green too? Since I want some color on this. It's looking cool though so far. I'm happy with how things are turning out. So I'm definitely enjoying this airbrush session. Usually I struggle with airbrushing and I avoid it because it stresses me out. But I'm actually enjoying airbrushing more and more lately. So I'm really grateful for those of you in the community that have helped me get to where I am today. Still not great by any means, but you know what? I'm getting better. So I appreciate that. And a lot of that's because of your guys' help. All right, we'll let this, actually, I'm going to do this side again. See, the nice thing, Kenny, is there's no big fog. I'm not getting that big fog. So that's the huge bonus. Is that I'm actually, with my little tiny CPU fans, I'm able to actually extract the majority of the fumes and the paint that's coming out. And I think if you probably noticed by the sound of my voice, I don't have my mask on, which is a big no-no. I just actually realized I don't have it on, and I apologize for that. I'm being a bad airbrusher, so I should put that on right now, actually, but I won't. I'll do it in a minute. I'm surprised nobody called me out on that. I am getting warm though, so I think I will real quickly here turn this heater off because it's pretty warm in here. And I'll grab my mask. Muse was saying you can dirty it up for color. The only time they weren't OD green was when the tank was new. Now pick a tool out and paint it like it's new to look like it was replaced after a field paint job. I can do that. Thanks, Chris, and thanks everybody that's still watching. So I am going to carry on here. We've got a few things to paint. The tracks, I'm not going to worry about the tracks today because I forgot to prime the back of the tracks. So what I'll do is I'll prime those when I'm priming the Victory, and then I'll come back and paint the tracks when I have my Vallejo and my Camo by MIG paint on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. So we do have all these fun things to paint, so I can paint all of these. And I'm dropping stuff. Oh. All the ammo cans and various tools and stuff. So, and I just got dog hair on everything. That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put my mask on and then paint all this. It's going to get hot with that mask, I'm telling you what. I'm going to take off my sweatshirt because I'm getting super warm. So I will be right back. Oh. And my wife is home for lunch, so don't mind her if she pops in. All right. Yeah, that is very, very dark green. But you know, we're gonna weather it up a bit. Actually, you know what? I'm not. I don't know. Should be a good YouTuber and wear my respirator. I don't have a real respirator, but this one works just fine. Hello. What's that? Oh, I did? Oh, I got my paint from Andy's Hobbies. All right, everybody. Right here. Thank you. It's just paint. That's okay. Let's see what we've got here. From Mr. Andy. Nice little card. Andy's Hobby headquarters. Happy holidays. May your New Year's be filled with joy and plastic models. Andy. Very nice. Thank you. So I got the ammo by MIG. U.S. Armor camouflage set has a bunch of different colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors in it. And I got, this is the one, these were on sale. They were 99 cents, and I only bought 2 of them. I should have bought more, but I don't know why. This is going to crack you up. I got blue. I don't know why I got marine blue, but I just had to have marine blue for some reason. And then I got the olive drab shadow. So I don't know how well you can see that olive drab shadow. And then this one just kills me. For the life of me, I don't even remember ordering it marine blue. Apparently, I decided I needed marine blue, so got that one. And then we got this. So I can get all of this out of the way. This is a technical manual for the M4A3 Sherman 75mm and the 105mm. I don't know what's inside. I haven't looked, but there's a lot of pictures supposedly. So let's take a look. So I bought this just for reference. It was on sale for $7, I think, which was cool. See, now I understand what that's for. That's for the actual barrel. I did not know that. Most of anything I know about tanks I've learned from Chris K. So now I can actually read about it and learn some more cool stuff about this tank that I'm building, which is fascinating. I was hoping for more colored pictures, but that's okay. These will still be very useful. We'll see if there are any color pictures in here. Most of these are obviously looking like they're going to be in black and white. Someday I could do a diorama like that, sunk in the mud. Here's your interior information, driver controls and instruments. And these are essentially what I built the seats to look like as best as I could. They're not 100%, but they're pretty close. And then your engine and engine compartment, powertrain and suspension. And really cool, the bogies, track support roller, all these names that I don't really know that I will know now. And just some basic information. Yeah, not a lot of color photos, so I don't think there's any, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? Useful information for sure. The 105. Seeing this 50 cal, I was kind of curious. There are some variances in how it looks compared to how it really looks, how the kit produced one looks. Then you've got different markings, radio equipment, deep water fording equipment. Interesting. So yeah, very pleased that I got this, because now I'll have some reference for the Sherman tank. So yeah, I didn't see, those are the only color photos right here at the very beginning, which looks about right. Just need to add some dust to it. So cool. So there's that. Put this off to the side here and take a look at what we got paint-wise. So I bought this one, this olive drab shadow, because it wasn't in this kit. So there's some 925, but this is 924. And then I'm really curious as to what we've got here. So let's take a quick look at this and we'll get back to painting. And I'll also take a look at chat here momentarily once we open this up. So The ammo by MIG doesn't come with any paperwork. Some like the Life Color, I think has sometimes has a brochure, but the Vallejo for sure, their little paint sets comes with like a whole information booklet. So this one just very generic. You've got your colors, very high pigment, from my understanding. So these, my understanding is these spray well because these are for brush and airbrush. It says. But yeah, these are basically all the colors that I think I'll need for doing a lot of my detail work and weathering. Um, I'm not going to be doing any camouflage to this one. I don't think. I might. You never know, but I doubt it. So I just this was on sale because of the Black Friday deals. So that's why I got this, and it comes with tan, light green, khaki, matte black, olive drab dark base, olive drab light base, and olive drab shine. And then I picked up the olive drab dark shadow as well. So I'll take another quick peek at chat, and then we will continue our painting adventure. Travel lock is what that is. Have Melissa sit down and talk smack like Kelly does with Kenny. She would too. I don't know. She doesn't like being on camera. Now pick a. Okay, we already said that. So I'm gonna get back to painting real quick. I'll put my mask on like a good YouTuber should. If I can find it, where'd I put it? I'm gonna sound like Bane. All right. So moving on, I need some new gloves. Oh, almost done. Not really, but we're getting closer. I'll have a few people watching. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and paint one of these guys. I'm gonna open it just a bit and see what happens. These are gonna be a little bit more difficult to do. So moving to the last one here. I think Northern Model Builders is going live right now. So understand if people head over to Northern Model Builders. I'm just going to keep going. Okay. And I'll put these up away for now. Ooh, almost got that. And then again, the only other things we've got to do is that sprue. And then there's one, let me put my brush up before I dump all my paint out. I don't even know if I need to do those sprues, but I have one other part. I just need to find it. There we go. Found it. Right here. We have the kind of the most important parts here, like the barrels and stuff. So I'm going to put these off to the side because I can always do those later. I just need to get some paint on these because these are most of these parts are very, very important. So let's just get a little bit of paint on these. And I'm going to put all this stuff off to the side. Because we've already done all that. We're doing good on paint. I don't need to do these guys. We definitely need to do this barrel. So we'll just do all of this. All right, so this is the actual one we'll be using. This gun probably wasn't even OD green, but whatever. It's got some paint on it now. And then we've got our barrel, which for now we'll paint it green. See about maybe changing it later. And this is the metal barrel from Depth Models. I'm going to call that good for now. I'll come back to it. I'm really tempted to paint the barrel like not OD green. We'll see. This is the other part that I'm really concerned about. So this is like a cooler, some type of cooler that goes on the back of the tank.
pretty sure that those are the ones I'm using. Those are all painted now. This one I'll paint just for the heck of it. And these are just spare parts again. These helmets, you know what? I probably should paint them all OD green because I'm pretty sure that that's the color they were. Now these are the extras. I think these are for like a later type. They're putting too much paint, but let that dry before I put any more on. And then the last two wheels. That. Now take a quick look at chat. Nice, Dan. That's awesome. It says I'm back applying Aztec decals to a 1/1000 Enterprise. Slow and tedious. Yes, that is. That's awesome, though. The fit is inconsistent, but at least they're not ripping apart. Mostly, since I gloss coated them. That's the way to go, from what I hear. And Chris was saying, nope, the 50 cal was black. Only mount and ammo can holder were green. Main gun barrel is green. Okay. Gear shelf. Okay. The rods under it are the barrel cleaning rods. All right. See you in a bit, Chris. Dry brush metallic gray over the gun with as mentioned, the black base color. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Mark. That's a good advice, my friend. So I'm gonna put these off to the side, actually up here to dry. I'm gonna grab the base again, or the tub, and we'll do some more painting on the tub here. I'm gonna move these wheels around. Thank you for those that are still here. I know some people probably had to go to Northern Model Builders. I believe their live stream just started. I can tell you for sure here in just a second. So E-Models live. Yep. So maybe not. We'll get back to airbrushing all of these parts here. The hard part is, or the tricky part, shall I say, is holding it. Let me go grab my little spinning rack, my Tamiya little paint rack. Ugh. All right, this will make it a lot easier. It's not secured down, so I have to be careful. I think it's just going to take a lot of paint sessions to really build up any paint for that matter. Sorry, Kenny. I know Kenny's driving home, and this probably isn't very exciting for him. Okay, I think as soon as this is a little drier, I'll put it back down. And we'll go ahead and set it down. Try to get some more paint back here. We're almost out of paint, and I think that will be a good place to end for the day. And then I can just do this throughout the week as my back allows me to. Just kind of revisit it as the week goes on. I'm going to use up what's left in the cup here on these parts that have to be painted. Like here we have some knives and things like that. Oh, the grenades. Gotta get those grenades. Heck yeah. Alright. Put that over here. And then just get this one real quick with whatever paint's left in here. A lot of these parts are probably not even going to be used because I have loads of extras. And I think we're out of paint. So let's get the place to stop. And just before anything bad happens to my airbrush, I am going to run some of this through here. Get all this stuff out of the way. And I'm just going to open it wide open. Alright, so I'm going to let this sit here and I'll clean this. So I'll clean up my airbrush here. Either that or I might continue painting after I let you guys go. So let me take my mask off, and I'm going to head back over to the computer here and we'll finish up the live stream. And then I will either get back to painting or call it a day and come back to this maybe later this evening or tomorrow. Let's see what paint fell on the ground. Oh, we still got 3 people watching, so not bad for a 3 hours of watching me do nothing. Let's get the camera rearranged here. And my audio back to good microphone. And there we go. So hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. That's the X10 fell down. Yeah, when my air compressor is running, because it's not on the floor, I should have it down on the floor because it rattles the entire workstation. And I have my paint stands is attached to the actual paint booth, and so it rattles, and then some of the paints like to walk off because I don't have a little lip on it to hold them in there. Whoo-wee, man, that was I actually really enjoyed that airbrush session so much that I think I could probably go back and do some more airbrushing today, just because I was having so much fun. It was definitely worth utilizing some of those tips and tricks that you guys have told me, and that Grex airbrush is a lot of fun to use. I've definitely been enjoying using it, and a lot more than the Posh airbrush, the Posh Talon. I had so much trouble with that airbrush, and I might go back and try using it and see if maybe trying some of these new techniques and stuff that you guys have taught me and that I've learned along the way, maybe trying those with the Posh and see if I can fix some of the issues I've had in the past with it. And Mark is asking, where did I get my paint mixer from? It's a Badger paint mixer, and I bought that from so that's actually a good question. I either got it from Andy's Hobbies headquarters or from SprayGunner.com.
if you do head over to SprayGunner, there's a link in the description down below on this video. If you click that link, you get a automatic discount at SprayGunner.com because I'm an affiliate with SprayGunner. So check them out. They always have good stock of paints as well as all of your airbrushing needs. I'm going to come back up here and check out a few things here in chat real quick. Dry brush metallic gray, I already said that. Oh, and Mark was saying you guys aren't live tonight. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I got a ton of different so it was definitely eModels in the UK went live, and then I have all these stupid notifications. But for some reason, I thought you guys did a live stream on Mondays with Northern Model Builders, but cool. Yeah, thanks, Mark. Definitely check into that. Sometimes it's a better discount than it is other times of the year. Right now, SprayGunner's doing some pretty cool stuff, and they've got some good discounts. So if you use my affiliate link in the description, you can save even more money sometimes, as well as get some good deals on some stuff that nobody else might get a deal on. Unfortunately, I don't have all that information available at the moment. So hopefully, Chris has said, I've gone to using dark German gray in place of black on a lot of stuff. And I think I actually do. I did pick up some of the dark German gray. Trying to see if I can. See, there's German gray, the XF63, and then I think there is a darker version of the German gray, I believe. And I've been looking for rubber black forever, and I finally got some rubber black, which a lot of people use on their tires and stuff. So very happy that I found that, because that's been out of stock forever. So yeah, my coffee should still be warm in my little Yeti cup here that I got from my aunt. So it's for Metro Aviation, Wake Up, Save Lives, Repeat. They are a medevac company that I believe my aunt actually might insure. I'm not sure if they're one of her clients or not, but very cool. So I got some swag. I know she got this from Heli Expo this year, which was really cool. But if you're not a helicopter freak like me, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. But the Heli Expo is a show for people in the aviation industry and helicopter industry, and I've always wanted to go. My aunt works in that industry, so she gets to go every year, and I'm very jealous of her. So would be cool. Anyways, thanks for the warm coffee. After 3 hours, it's getting a little cold, but that's because there's not much left in there. And Chris was saying, if you can't find rubber black, use NATO black, which NATO black was another one that was hard to find for the longest time. And I think I did find some. I just don't. Oh, yep, NATO black. XF69 is the NATO black. So I was able to find some of the NATO black as well, which was out of stock for some time as well. SprayGunner has been hit or miss with getting some of the Tamiya paints in. Sprue Brothers, same deal. I always just check to see, because you never know when they might actually have something pop up in stock. The other place I checked where I found most of these was a local store up in Medford. I can't remember that. It's like Al's Cycle and Hobby or something like that. They sell bicycles and remote control cars and airplanes, and then they have a very small plastic hobby section. But they usually are pretty good with the Tamiya paints, because they have a contract with Tamiya for their cars and things like that. So occasionally I'll get lucky and find something that everybody else is sold out of online. I'll actually find it up there at the brick and mortar shop, which is really cool. So anyways, yeah, really happy with the fact that I've been able to find some of these paints lately that have been missing. But I've also been going with some different brands other than Tamiya or Tamiya, whatever you call it. Dan was saying that Lou Del Maso, yeah, this is going to be an issue, has been having trouble getting Tamiya whites. So that is actually true. The X2 has been out of stock, as well as I think XF2, which is the flat. However, I was able to find some of the XF2, which is the flat white. The X2 is really hard to find, and we're going to be painting a couple of things in white, like the Enterprise is going to be kind of an off-white color. I might just stick with a standard white, kind of like an eggshell white on it. I don't know. I really want it to pop because it's going to be kind of in the background of my videos on the shelf, really kind of standing out as a completed build. So I really want it to shine. So it might not necessarily be completely accurate, but you know, at this point, I just want to have a completed build for you guys to see on the shelf behind me. And we made really good progress. I think we're doing really good with the Sherman. The Sherman's coming along really nicely, and I'm happy that I finally got some paint on it, and I got my paints in today. You guys got to see that show up live, basically on YouTube, and so I will be able to get the figures, start painting on the figures, and doing some detail painting on the Sherman, which I can do out in the living room while I'm recovering from my back surgery. So really happy with that. But I appreciate each and every one of you that has stopped by today. Thanks for all of your help and support. And I appreciate all of your suggestions and comments when it comes to airbrushing. I am new to airbrushing, so it's very helpful to me when you guys give me that input, because then I can actually try it and practice with it and maybe see how things work and better than maybe the way I've been doing it before. So Dan, one last thing, was saying sometimes you just have to search and order it from multiple places to get colors you need. Shipping is a killer for some of them, and that is so true. Very, very true. So you guys have a very wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks again for stopping by and spending this time with me on this Monday afternoon. And I will see you guys in the next one.